Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas, and this is card number one of my March card class that was online, and we have four cards this time, and we're going to start with an Easter card, and then we're going to end with an Easter card, and in between we're going to have two simple but fun cards. So let's get started. This first one is going to come out of the Joy of Easter. And what we are using here is we are going to be using the dies that cut out this beautiful basket, and then this gems here. And then we are going to use some of the beautiful papers. So let me show you what we're making. There's two versions of this card, and depending upon your kit or what you have, you'll have either one of these. But we have the bunny with the blue egg that's looking at you, and then we have the bunny that's looking up at the pink egg. So this is what we're going to make, and let's get started with that. Let me pull this over to one side. I'm going to get out Garden Green. I need to get out my bunny stamps. Where did my bunny stamps go? They're right in front of my nose. Right in front of my nose. The one stamp we are going to use out of here is we're going to be using this Happy Easter. So I'm just going to put that on a block real quick. And funny thing, I taped this a little while ago and forgot to put sound, turn on the mic. So it was a silent movie. And then I realized, well, after watching the silent movie, everything was out of camera, or the important parts were out of camera, not everything, but a good portion of it. So I went, well, we'll just do it again. So here we are, take two, and this should be fun. So here's what you've got in your kit. You've got your envelope, okay? You have got a piece of designer series paper that is going to go on your envelope. All right. You are going to have your card base that is out of Lemon Lolly, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Be sure when you get kits from me that you always reinforce this. Okay. You will have two pieces of basic white, and they are both going to be 4 inches by 5.25, so 4 by 5.25. One is for the inside, one is the front. We will be stamping our front item, and the inside we're just going to put in. Now this is light enough that you could probably not do that because you can see the writing. I just like the texture that it gives. So we'll be putting that on the inside like that, and this will be our outside. You'll have a piece of green, and you'll have a package of ephemera, and you will have a basket. Now, you will also have in there, you will have a piece that is 3 by 3 that is for you to cut out these little stripes to weave in your basket. Now, the biggest the stripes can be is 1/4 of an inch. They can be an 1/8 of an inch if you like, but I personally went with 1/4 of an inch, and everything. So first thing I'm going to do though is I'm just going to adhere one of these inside, and we're going to stamp this, and we will adhere this. So let me get to that real quick here. You know how silly I felt after an hour and a half of filming and realizing the mic was off? I felt really, really silly. And I can tell you, I've tried to do a voiceover before, and I just can't do it because of me doing things just a little bit different each time. And when I say things, it's always a little bit different. So because of that, we're just starting over. Now, if you like this side better, you can always put this up, but I wanted the pretty shiny side on the outside. And when I do my envelopes, I put my glue on, and I put it on really fast and thin and go all over. Now you'll see that there's a little K on there. That just means it's mine, and there's no embellishments in this kit, because like gems, because I give embellishments to everybody else, but I just use my general back when I'm making the cards here. Then I flip this over. Oh, that was good. Did not mean to give you guys the whirlies with hitting the camera. Probably scared you. You got a knuckle in the face. Sorry about that. I always come in and make this flat as I can. I think this is dropping. My camera is dropping. It's getting lower because it should be higher than that. So I am going to quickly pull this up and tighten something. So give me just a second. I really did not want it to like slowly go in on you like that. Oh, there's always something when you're trying to film. Okay, I think that's better. We're going to go with that. I'm going to tilt this just a little bit. I think that's better because I was noticing that I was not in frame. And that was the reason why we're doing it again, is so we could be in frame. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that's what happened the last time. Could have been. We'll put this aside and let it dry. And then we'll stamp real quick our Happy Easter using Garden Green and Happy Easter. We're gonna tap 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 on there and up towards the top with maybe about a half an inch as centered as you can. Just go ahead and put that down there. And you'll see why it's way up where it is, because when we get to putting everything on this front piece, it'll make more sense then. And so I'll just set that aside. Now what we're going to do is you're going to come in and you're going to take this piece and you're going to cut it in 1/4 inch strips, so they're like this. And I'm going to show you what you're going to do, and then by the magic of TV, because I already did one, you're going to see a finished piece. I'm not going to have you watch me weave the whole thing, because some people are good at this, some people are not. Now I will tell you, by using this particular card DSP, because of the finish on it, it's got like a shiny finish on one side, not a matte finish. It's stiffer, so it's really easy to weave with. It doesn't bend a lot. So you're going to put in 2, 3, maybe 1, or maybe all you want is 1. That's fine too. If you put none in, that's okay. But I put in 3, and this is what it looks like when it's done. And I just glue down these ends there and there. Okay, so that's what that looks like once it's done. And I will put this away so I can use it in another demonstration. And I will put this away. Okay, and then you should have a piece of green paper like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to tear this paper, and you want to tear it about, give yourself about close to um, 1/4 of an inch or whatnot. And you want to just kind of come towards yourself, go up and down, um, not real dramatic, but you get the idea. And what you want to get are these frayed edges here. And that's why I'm holding it with my thumb here, but I'm pulling with this thumb this way so that I can kind of splay the paper like that. And you're going to rip that all the way across. And then, again, here's the magic of television or prepping. But I went through and I cut it. So I hope you can see that it's fringed. So we've got fringe everywhere. Okay, so we fringed it. And this is going to go on the bottom of our card here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue across the bottom. It is slightly bigger than the card base, the white, but that's okay. If it hangs over, we'll just cut off the part we don't like. So I'm just going to set that down there. I think I like the shorter side in. We'll put the shorter side in, and I'll take off some of that high side on that side. But then you want it to be even, and that's why you use glue. So you want to make sure that that's even. And when you've got it where you think you want it, just bring in whatever snips you're using and just hold it straight up to the back, that white piece of paper, and cut from the back and cut off the part you don't want. And as you can see, there's some hanging over on this side. So I'm just going to cut that. And whenever I'm cutting from the back, I sort of bevel towards the front so that it still isn't hanging over, if that makes sense. So we've got that part of our front piece done. And at this point, I'm going to actually adhere this onto the front of my card. because the rest of it is just assembling on it. And we can do that with the card together. So let me put this like this. And I did put that in. So now you may be wondering, you got a strip of embellish of little gems, and then you got a packet of the ephemera. Now this ephemera comes from this here, and it's in the mini catalog. It's called Easter Time Mix. Absolutely lovely. I have used so much of it. It's got baskets, it had bunnies, it has watering cans, all these different flowers. And I really have used a lot of it. So there really isn't much to show you left in my packet. But you get 2 of every sheet. This is a combination of 2 packs. So you can see that this had like wreaths and flowers in it. There's a basket and another bunch of flowers, another wreath and flowers. So there's still a lot here for me to make more cards. There were 3 different kinds of eggs, a purple egg, a pink egg, and a blue egg. Really cute. If you want to put cards together quick, this is the item for you. That's all I can say. I've enjoyed it. I'm not always big on the ephemera like this because I like to stamp and cut out and do all the hard stuff, but sometimes it's just nice. So we're going to come in here and we are going to put some dimensionals on this here. And I'm going to put them down towards the bottom because I'm going to be tucking stuff on the top. So I'm coming in here. I think I'm still in. Oh, good. I'm really in camera this time. I'm paranoid. I'm sorry, but I am. I don't want to do it wrong. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. The last time, for most of it, it was off camera on all 4. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize it. Because the camera is face down, so I can't actually see it unless I stand up to see if I'm in camera. So, okay, so I put my dimensionals on. I put 6 because I want it to look like a nice full basket. And I'm going to tuck it in my grass. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm tucking it in the grass, and you can rough up your grass a little bit. You know, that's why it's loose. So you can rough it up if you want, or curl it a little bit. Okay, all of that's good. So now we're going to look at the rest of our ephemera. This one has a pink egg, a tulips, a leaf, a wreath, a floral display, and a bunny. So this floral display is going to go on the inside. So I'm just going to get that out of my way right now. And I am going to put that on the inside. And you have choices. I mean, you can put it down here. You can put it over here if you want. It's up to you. I'm going to actually put mine down towards the bottom because that's where I like to put them. So there we go. That's down towards the bottom. Now I'm going to come in here and I am going to put my wreath on next. So I'm going to use glue for this because in case I want to turn it or something, I can. Okay. So let me put that on here. That's looking pretty good. We're going to go up a little bit. So you're actually going over that, you're making the basket handle go down. I know you can't see all my hand motions, but that's what I'm doing. So the next things we're going to do is we are going to come through here and we're going to put dimensionals on these items. And we're only going to put dimensionals on the top part of them. And I'm going to save the bunny. I may or may not need to do the bunny. I'm going to do the leaf. I'm going to do the tulips, and I'm definitely doing my egg. And then we're going to start with the tulip. Okay. I'm going to peel that off. I'm going to put some glue on it here at the bottom. And I'm going to just tuck this over to the side with that dimensional on there, popping it up, but the other is being pushed down. Then I'm going to come in with my leaf. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So let me put my dimensional on the on here. This, and then I'm just going to tuck my leaf over here. So it kind of makes it look like it's leaning forward. I like that part. Then our egg is going to do the same thing. So just a little bit of glue or any adhesive. At this point, if you're using taped adhesive, that's fine too. I just use glue because it's easy. And then here we're going to put this egg in here. I think I'm gonna angle it that way because this bunny is not looking straight forward. So I have to make this bunny look like he's looking at the egg basket, right? So I can either tuck my bunny in under here and he can kind of look like this. And in that case, I would just glue him. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue him. So I'm going to put a little glue on the back of him and I'm just going to slide him in. And it doesn't matter if I miss some of them. Okay, because this is popped up, so this is popped up. So we've got enough popping up items there. And then if you got the kit from me, you got these embellishments. And so we're going to put a few of them on the card. You have 3 colors. You have yellow, you have blue, and you have these little pink eggs, which are so cute. I wish I could have had all of them be eggs. They didn't ask me though, because had they asked me, I would have said, oh, make them all eggs. They're so cute. But it's nice to have flat embellishments like this because then you can mail things and it's so much easier. Um, they don't get messed up in the mail. There we go right there. It's got a line like that, but it's okay. Sometimes I do them up and down. Nope, I'm going to leave it like that. That looks good. That looks really good to me. So we have finished the card. So let's come in and trim our envelope that has now had time to cure or dry. And this is a quick way to, number one, use up paper, but also to make the envelope special. My friends all can tell if a card came from me because the envelopes are always pretty. The insides are always got something in it. Now, I don't always put sentiments on the inside of my cards, stamped ones. There are so many beautiful ones you can choose from. However, I never know if that's going to fit the person, so I leave it blank. And if there's a stamp that works when I go to send it, then I put it in. But otherwise, I just handwrite something, which I think for a lot of people is nice to get something that's a written card. So this is the 2 variations right here. And I hope you like that. I found them a lot of fun to make, but I like weaving, so not everybody does. But I hope you did like this. If you did, please hit like and share. If you're able to hype, go ahead and hit the hype button. I'd like to be hyped. I don't even know if I have enough followers for that to be an option, but if I do, I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe so you know when my next video is coming up. And with that, I'm going to say, let's see, get them into the camera shot. Camera shot. There we go. We're in the camera. I think we're in the camera now. Now you can see both of them for sure. So with that, I'm going to say God bless and take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.